Monitor, go 59 is progressing between feeder bands toward Fiddler Key. Be advised that we have observed flight level winds of 155 knots. We are estimating the eye at 1825 Zulu. Over.
Go 59, Miami Monitor, copied all, over.
Weather, this is drop. Approaching the storm. Coordinates are 30.3 north, longitude 87.5 west, ETA 1825 Zulu.
Drop weather. Be ready to drop at 1825 Zulu.
We are in the eye. Request permission to drop, sir. Pilot to weather, everything clear on radar.
Roger. Drop weather. Release now.
Instrument out. Receiving good signal. Miami Weather Monitor, go 59. Right.
The actual direction of Hurricane Ella has now become less stable and more unpredictable. This is one of the most devastating storms to come along in years. At this time, estimates of damage already inflicted by Hurricane Ella are running into the millions. Power failures have been reported in several cities along the west coast of Florida. Tidal surges are reported everywhere. Even as I bring you this bulletin, there are no communications at all into the Athens area, while Fiddler Key and its companion offshore islands are reported to be under 15 feet of water and are being battered by 130-mile-an-hour winds. The National Hurricane Center in Miami reports a massive evacuation has been underway with assistance from the County Sheriff's Department. Efforts have been severely hampered by high winds and rising floods. Several causeways are jammed with people trying to escape from the Keys. Palm trees and debris are blowing everywhere, knocking in store windows and creating dangerous conditions for motorists trying to find shelter. Piers and marinas are collapsing one after another as waves continue to pound the coast. We can only hope that this devastating hurricane...
Seen the report. We're open to questions. Anybody?
Yeah. What I have to say ain't a question. It's a fact. I don't believe one lousy word of this garbage.
Oh, Frank, please.
Shut up, Doris. As far as I'm concerned, this is just some scheme you cooked up to scare us out of our apartments.
Well, now, Frank, why would we want to do that?
Sure, you could buy them up cheap, of course, and then sell them at a profit to some unsuspecting slob who can't see through you the way I do.
That makes sense. That's the first thing we ever said that makes sense.
Look, hold it down, everybody. You'll all get your chance to talk. Sam, you want to answer that?
Well, it makes sense, Mr. Bramhammer. I can't deny that.
Yeah, but is it true?
The accusation or the report? The accusation is false. The report is true.
If that's so, and I'm not saying it is, Silver Sands could be a corner.
That's exactly right.
Listen, people, that is bull. People, bull.
Frank, please.
Shut up, Doris. As I said before, I see through your little scheme. And let me tell you, mister, if you or anybody else sticks any more junk like this under my door, I'll bust some heads. Now, come on, Doris, let's get out of this ant farm.
But, Frank...
Doris, come on. Look, when I say I want to leave, let's leave. Don't hang back. I'm through with it.
Quiet, everybody. Quiet, everybody. Quiet. Look, Frank's entitled to think whatever he wants, but that doesn't alter anything. Mr. Harrison's report is an expert opinion. But the big point is that we can prove that Marty Liss knew the danger in building here and that he paid off someone to get the necessary permits, then we have grounds for a lawsuit.
You mean sue Marlis Corporation?
Exactly.
That takes a lot of money.
Yeah. How are we going to prove that Liss bribed anyone, if in fact he did?
We'll prove it. Don't worry about that.
Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. This is a closed meeting for owners only, right?
Right.
Well, what's she doing here? I mean, she works for Liss.
Right. I'll get her out.
Hold it, Ames. Hold it.
I'll leave if you prefer, Mr. Garber.
I think that might be best.
I would just like to say one thing, if I may. Silver Sands may or may not be safe. I really don't know. But had I known that it was unsafe, I would never have sold one single solitary unit. And that's the God's honest truth.
All right, now we're supposed to be discussing a lawsuit against the Marleys Corporation. Dave?
Okay, so let's say we sue. For the sake of expediency, let's be really optimistic and say we win the suit. Okay, big deal. Getting a decision might take months, even years. In the meantime, what happens to us? Just suppose that the county believes this report and condemns this building. Well, we'd all have to move. Well, I, for one, have no place to go. You see, Mr. Harrison, I can't raise the money to buy somewhere else.
Nor can we.
Me neither.
The same goes for most of us.
Oh, but surely we can all find a place to rent. I mean, while we're awaiting the decision, and then when the court gives us our money.
And if Mr. Liss finds a way to go bankrupt and we get a few pennies on the dollar, what happens then, Mrs. Messenger?
Then we're out our apartments with nothing to show for it.
Well, this is a chance that we all have to take, isn't that so?
Oh, well, that's easy for you to say, Mrs. Churchbridge. Money isn't one of your problems.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. When a hurricane does strike here, you're going to lose everything anyway.
If a hurricane strikes, don't you mean?
Yes, Sig's right. Since a hurricane hasn't hit here, and that is a major hurricane, in 20 years, I'd say it's a pretty big if at that.
Yeah, there have been hurricanes here before, and there hasn't been that much damage.
Yeah, and this building wasn't built here then either.
No, look, we appreciate your good intentions, but I think I speak for most of the other owners when I say that this report here is, at best, purely conjecture. What might happen if we get hit by a hurricane, but if we try to do anything about it, then we might all have to leave, move away from pleasant surroundings, and at a financial loss that very few of us can afford.
David's right. We lose our investment here, and we end up with nothing. Some kind of alternative, huh?
Look, listen to me a minute. I hear what you're saying. And I understand your dilemma. Hell, I'm one of you. But surely, life is more important than money.
When people are living on a fixed income, Mr. Garver, life is money.
Why is this a bunch of garbage?
All I want you to do, Marty, is tell me if it's true.
Of course it's not true. Oh, come on, Drew. Do you really think for 1 minute that I put people into a building that wasn't safe?
You might. The price was right.
Oh, when did you suddenly get so self-righteous, huh?
Well, I
When?
read Sam Harrison's report. That's when.
That one?
Look, I've done my share of the dirty work, too, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, and you slept pretty softly for it, too, didn't you?
True. I won't deny that money is very high on my list. But there are limits, Marty.
Hey, listen, I've been building buildings up and down this coast for many years now. Nothing big, but making a nice living about it, too, see? Now, all of a sudden, I get a call from Miami for me to handle this operation. Now, you don't argue with those boys. They want results.
And you gave it to them, didn't you? Well, what are you going to do about it now?
Oh, for God's sakes, what do you want me to do about it? The building is built, the apartments are sold, Miami's out, I'm out. What the hell can I do about it now?
I can get Sam Harrison in here, or somebody like him, and find out what kind of protection can be added, like seawalls, for example.
Oh, yeah? And who do you think is going to pay for it? Listen, it's not my problem any longer. It's the homeowner's problem.
And that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Or would you rather have me call Miami and ask them to cough up with a couple of $1 million? Is that what you'd like me to do, huh? Well, no way, baby. No way!
Thanks, Marty.
Thanks for what?
For giving me the answer I needed.
Hey, you. Hey, what the hell are you talking about anyway, huh?
I'm quitting.
Oh, no, honey, you ain't gonna quit.
Really? You just watch me, darling.
Hi, Drew. Uh-oh. Hey, who pulled your tail?
That louse.
Me? Marty?
That's right. It's over. Finito.
Mean you quit?
Yes.
Why?
Because he stuck those people in a building that's going to come down around their ears cold. That's why.
What people? What are you talking about, Drew?
I'm talking about Silver Sands. Marty knew it was unsafe when he built it. But do you think he cares about a few measly lives? No way, not the great Marty Liss. He's too busy adding up his bank account.
Where'd you get the idea that Silver Sands was unsafe?
From Sam Harrison's report. And I'll tell you something else, Cole. As bad as Marty is, you're worse.
What do you mean?
You built the condo, didn't you?
Sure I did.
Uh-huh. And you knew it was unsafe.
That's not true. Oh, I may cut corners here and there. What contractor doesn't? Half the so-called earthquake-proof buildings in California aren't up to safety standards. But as far as deliberately endangering people's lives, no way.
I don't know, Cole.
Sure you do. What you're implying makes me out to be no better than a murderer. You can't think I'm that, can you?
Today, I don't know what I believe, Cole.
Listen, now, you just don't worry yourself. Now, now that you're free and clear of Marty, why don't you and me go and have a drink someplace, huh?
You're not wasting any time, are you?
Why should I? You know I've always liked you. A lot. Now that you and Marty are history.
No, Cole.
Okay, Drew. Talk about it some other time, huh?
Front for the mob. You sure about that, Drew?
Well, I was there all the way.
I wonder why mobsters would want to own the Silver Sand.
Well, the boys need legitimate enterprises to launder their dirty money through. So they form dummy corporations. And they hire guys like Marty Liss to front for them.
What about you?
Did I work for the mob, you mean? Well, I worked for Marty. And I certainly knew where my salary was coming from. Sorry about that, darling. I wish it weren't true. But today isn't my day for lying. Anyway, I'm through with all that now. That's why I'm telling you all this, to rinse out my conscience, so to speak.
Well, I'm glad that you're through with Liss.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Why?
Don't you know why? You can mean a lot to me. A whole lot. And I guess what I'm hoping for more than anything right now is that there's a possibility that we could...
True. I'm flattered.
No involvement, huh?
I'm sorry if I ever gave you any feeling that it could be any different.
You didn't. I was hoping is all. Well, I've got to get going. I've got some packing to do.
You're moving out?
Yeah. As the man said, what Liss giveth, he can taketh away.
Where will you go?
I don't know exactly. I've got a girlfriend in Fort Lauderdale. I'll go down there, spend a couple of weeks, straighten my brain out.
It's a nice place.
They're all nice places, Gus, darling. When you're with the right person. You take care. You know your wife is a lucky lady.
your mother.
Hello, sweetheart. What can I do for... No, Mother, of course not. How could you be a nuisance?
Well, I know how busy you are, dearest.
Mother, will you stop it? I enjoy hearing from you, you know that. Now tell me all about why you called. What? No, go on. Are you positive about that? No, I believe you, Mother. No, it's just that... Well, look, I'll tell you what. Just get into the car and drive to the mainland. I'll have somebody meet you at the airport and fly you directly here. No, not tomorrow. Today. Now. Mother, please do what I ask. Yes, I love you too, sweetheart. Bye. You know what she just told me? They had a meeting of the owners of the condo, and according to a report written by some guy named Harrison, Silver Sands is some kind of disaster ready to collapse at the first big wind.
How could that happen? According to Liss, it was supposed to be strictly Class A construction.
Well, apparently Mr. Liss was shading the truth and the specifications.
Making a little on the side.
Him and the contractor. I don't like getting taken, fellas, not one little bit. And to do that to my mother. My mother was living in that place.
You want him hit?
But good.
But what about the Harbor Point project?
Never heard of it. We're in this thing to make money, not waves. That kind of heat we don't need. So it's goodbye, Mr. Liss.
I'd advise against that. Look, Mr. Conlaw, if anything does happen, we're going to need a fall guy, right? So we just leave him there for the law to find. Someone they can throw the book at and go away happy.
He's right, but we better cut all ties to him immediately. We just leave him there to dangle.
Do it.
West, wind 130 knots and increasing.
If she continues on that course, she's going to cut right across the Keys, which won't even slow her down, and then blast up into the Gulf and hit full force right about here.
Want to start evacuating?
No, not yet. I don't want to make that decision until I'm absolutely forced to.
You think there's still a chance she could swing to the east, dissipate out in the ocean?
That's what I'm praying for. She's unstable as hell, and as remote as that chance is, yeah, it's better than asking thousands of people to pack up and run for nothing.
Hi, Sam. Come on in.
Hi, Barbara.
Lee and Henry are in the den.
They are still unable to predict exactly where she will
Where's Duffy?
They assure us.
Oh, he's at the vet's getting a flea bath. I took him in this morning.
I bet he loves that.
Hi, Sam. Listen to
So
this.
Ella has now changed course twice. The latest report indicates she will move into the Gulf sometime tomorrow. That will almost certainly mean she will hit land. The only question that remains is where Ella will come ashore. Latest reports indicates that her winds are in excess of 125 miles per hour and building. These strong winds from the south are pushing the water levels very high in the Gulf.
And if it swings north, we won't be worrying about other people's problems.
If the hurricane passes their locations, the winds will shift and the water will pile up against the shoreline, creating dangerous and considerable.
Mr. Liss isn't in.
He is to me, honey. Will you tell me what the hell's going on?
Nothing. I'm just busy, that's all.
Mm-hmm. Staring out the window?
You ever hear her thinking?
Yeah, I heard her worrying, too.
What have I got to worry about?
Oh, nothing. Just the condo meeting, the Harrison report. I figure if the law doesn't get us, Miami will. And if they don't, Ella might.
That's not funny. Not even coming from you, Cole.
Yeah, well, these aren't funny times, Marty.
Yeah, well, these times are getting better.
Not before they get worse.
Hey, listen, did you come over here to cheer me up? Because if you did, it's not working.
I came here, old buddy, to collect what you owe me.
You'll get paid at the end of the project, just like always.
Don't try to snow a snower, Marty. That Harbor Point project's down the tubes, and you know it.
I don't know what you're talking about. Neither does Miami.
Then they're not as smart as I always thought they were.
I'll prove it to you. I'll get him on the phone.
You're bluffing the wrong guy, Marty.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Marilyn, get Miami, will you please? You'll see. What do you mean, disconnected? Are you sure you got the right number?
Like I said, down the tubes.
Must be a mistake.
And you made it.
Sully, yeah. Yeah, Sully will know. Yeah.
Disconnected? Now, can I have my money?
There ain't no money.
You want to slide that?
Miami's been creaming the profit out of the corporation. They've just been giving me expense money.
Oh, you gotta be kidding. I thought you were smarter than that. What now?
I don't know. I can't get Miami on the phone. I'm out of business. I'm busting.
Well, I guess it's time to bail out. And you better do the same. Before this bucket of worms busts wide open and they nail you for bribery, faulty construction, and... Marty? Marty, are you listening to me?
Sure. I'll see you around, huh, Cole?
Sure, Marty. Take it easy, huh?
No, it's no good. We can't wait any longer. I want this advisory given to all radio and TV stations immediately. Tell them to get it on the air as soon as possible so everyone will have adequate time to evacuate. All right?
Yes, sir. Right away.
According to the National Hurricane Center in Miami, Ella is still moving due north at approximately 20 miles an hour with winds up to 150 miles an hour. If she continues on this course as expected, she will do enormous damage to the entire west coast of Florida, particularly offshore islands and keys. All hospitals, law enforcement agencies, fire and rescue organizations from Naples to Apalachicola have been placed on emergency alert. Those of you watching this station are urged to evacuate as soon as possible. I repeat, as soon as possible. Meantime, this station will continue to keep you advised as to...
Now what?
I'll call an emergency meeting, try to get everybody to evacuate. Good luck.
I have an unhappy feeling, my friends, that in the next 24 hours, we're all going to need plenty of that.
This report, we have no choice but to evacuate immediately.
Come on, did you hear that? We're just supposed to walk away.
Quiet, everyone.
Hold it, everybody.
Look, I don't care what anybody else does. Doris and I, we ain't leaving for nobody.
Look, Brownhammer, if you're fool enough to stay here, that's your business, but the rest of us are leaving.
I'm not going either, Gus.
No, neither are we.
Well, I am, at least to the mainland.
And we'll be right behind you. And I suggest everybody else do exactly the same thing.
Baloney.
Oh, everyone who's going to evacuate, move over to this side of the room. This side of the room.
We're not evacuating. We're staying.
This side of the room. We're staying. Hurry up. That's right. Everybody here. Everybody come over here.
A little way.
I have a hurricane checklist for you. You need water purification tablets, battery radios, emergency flashlights, candles,
Have first aid kits?
Look, you people, Mr. Churchbridge is right. This is no time to take chances. Now, even if this building doesn't come down, you're still going to be safer on the mainland.
She's right. She's absolutely right. Tom, Dave, come on, everybody. I know how hard it is for you to leave everything behind you, but you could be putting your life on the line.
Forget it, Gus. I told you, Mrs. Forrester and I, we're staying. And what's more, we're gonna give a hurricane party.
Great idea. We had one back in '69.
Wasn't as wild as ours.
Never mind that. Hey, Tom, is everyone invited?
Of course everyone's invited. Let's go.
Wait, everybody.
Forget about them, Mr. Ames. Just worry about yourself and your wife.
No, they need discipline. They need to have discipline. You're the manager here, Julian. Talk to them. Explain it to them.
Shut up, you little jerk.
No, wait.
Come along, Brooksy.
Audrey, I tried very, very hard, but they won't listen. What they really need is discipline.
I know, honey. I know, but it's all right. You did the best you could. And if they won't listen, there's nothing you can do about it. Now, come along, kid.
Let all that work itself out. In the meantime, we'll just take it step by step. You know, I'm really afraid to do this. I know.
Come on, Laurie, let's get back. Get our butts out.
What's going on here?
I'll wait for you in the hall, honey.
What she means she'll wait in the hall, honey?
Julian, I'm leaving.
What?
But with Bobby, not you. We're through, Julian. It's over.
Laurie, that's crazy.
Goodbye, Julian.
Wait a minute.
Look, it's no use, Julian.
Don't say that. I'm not going to let you go.
And how do you propose to stop me?
Laurie, honey, can't we talk it over?
Julian, no. We don't have anything to talk about. Now, please, let me go.
All right, get out of here. Who needs you?
Lousy damn broads. Better off without him.
Sam will be over in a minute, and he'll take you and Lee to the hospital. I hope you don't mind my not staying, but Carrie might be needing me. If she doesn't, Dr. Castor certainly will.
Oh, we'll be there, Gus. Now, don't worry. But we're all packed. All I've got left to do is transmit some messages and then shut the system down. It won't take long. Now, you drive carefully, okay?
See you in town. Bye-bye.
Stay? Ride it out with our little treasures?
No. Things are things no more.
Easy for an aristocratic Italian to say.
Easier, not easy. Besides,
to get a decision. It's not mine alone. Well, then please, let's not dilly-dally anymore.
That's dilly-dally, my love, not dilly.
Whatever, let's go. Ma Enrique, ma che fai? Andiamo.
I was just thinking. In spite of everything, we've had a pretty good life here.
Oh, darling. Darling, don't you know? Wherever we go, the two of us, we'll have a good life together.
I always did like your thinking, madam.
And my kisses?
And your kisses.
Attention?
Oh, sure. As a matter of fact, sir, this is your lucky day. You see, all our stores have an overabundance of attention.
And am I a favorite customer?
Oh, believe me, sir, you are our most favorite customer.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to get a move on. It's getting pretty wild out there.
Can you make it, Lee?
Let me help you, Lee.
Doesn't appear I have too much choice, does it?
What about your things?
Just leave them here as an offering to the gods, you might say.
Hurry up, Barbara.
Yeah.
As your sheriff, I urge you to evacuate immediately. Ella's winds are over 140 miles an hour, and there's no way she can miss us now. So please, please evacuate. And remember, all your main switches when you leave your homes. Turn off all pilot lights and turn off any bottled gas or underground tanks in the main valve. Pick up all loose things around yards and in compounds. We also urge you to use caution on the highway. The heavy winds and high tides have caused several roads to be blocked by fallen trees and other debris. I repeat,
shooter.
What?
We waited too long, didn't we?
Don't you worry about it. We're going to make it.
God, why did we wait so long?
This time, estimates of total fatalities and total damages are pregnant.
What is it? Don't worry, it's just a palm frond.
I was just startled, darling. That's all. That's all. Is the pain bad?
Winning.
Would you like me to give you a shot?
Better wait a little bit.
Clear, Cole. But I don't think this is the time we're...
To what? We're in no hurry. Besides, there's about 200 cars all jammed up from here to the causeway. We've got at least an hour before we can even try to get out here.
Not serious.
Don't worry. We got just enough time for picnic.
What?
Picnic. Hell, I got enough food on here to last us for a week. Now, let's see. What we got here? Chips, cheese, salami, and some chilled grape to wash things down. All set. The truth. Is old King Cole a merry old soul or what?
Attention all vehicles. There's been a major traffic accident on the bridge. It will take some time to clear. You are instructed to evacuate the key via the south bridge. Attention all vehicles.
Does that mean we're trapped?
It's going to be a real mess out there. Only way out of here now is by boat.
Boat, it is?
Don't worry about me. I can make it.
Oh, God, Lee, I don't know.
Well, unfortunately, it's our only chance. This whole key's going to be 10 feet underwater real soon.
I agree. Besides, the doctor told me I was going to die in bed, darling. Remember?
Well, that's not funny, Lee. I'm sorry, honey. I just feel so damn helpless.
Well, join the club. All agreed on taking the boat?
Agreed.
lot rougher from here on out. You think you can make it?
Well, it looks like it's letting up. Can't we wait for a while?
Well, don't let that fool you, Barbara. We're just in the lee of the condo. It's going to get a lot worse before it passes.
Well, you better give me a stiff shot before we start. I don't want to hold you two up.
We'll do it now. The water's starting to rise.
Ready?
just fine. There's nothing to worry about. I've got 30 years training in the bank just for this kind of thing.
You just take it easy. I'll be back soon. Okay?
Emergency in 6. Emergency in 6. Dr. Shabir, emergency area. Dr. Shabir, emergency area.
Thelma. It's time you snapped out of it. We've got a disaster on our hands, and there are a lot of people hurting a lot worse than you. We need all the help we can get. Listen to me. It's time you grew up and rejoined the world. Do you hear me? Suit yourself. I've got a lot of work to do.
Under a fallen tree.
Get her to X-ray. Hurry.
Dr. Rogers needed in surgery. Dr. Rogers needed in surgery. Dr. Mayer.
Volunteer from Veterans Hospital are here, sir. Where do you want us deployed?
Pair off and check with the duty nurse on East 4 and help out wherever you can. Thanks for coming.
It's our pleasure, sir. Come on.
Notify whatever stations are still broadcasting that several small tornadoes have spun off Ella and are causing extensive damage inland. Yes, that's right. And tell the newscasters to emphasize that it's impossible to stand up outdoors and that no one should leave from wherever they are. Right. Please, thanks. About as bad as it can get, huh?
I'm afraid not. This just came in.
Nothing is moving in all of Palm County, where horrendous casualties are reported. Oh, my God. Massive tidal surge is due to hit Fiddler Key at any moment.
like that. You're making me sick.
It's not me that's swaying, Davy. It's you.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Wow. Then it must be the building.
Look, nurse, just let me worry about the rules and regulations. You get that plasma to the patient. Right.
Mr. Garber, I need your signature.
Come here, darling. Come here. Are you lost? Huh? Where you from? Huh? You know where your mommy is? Huh?
Gus? Take her.
Daniel. See you later.
Mr. Garber? Mr. Garber, we're all out of blankets.
What, did you check the storerooms and the other wards?
Yes, sir, empty.
Well, then tear down the curtains, use linen, whatever you have to. Let's get these people something dry and warm.
Right.
Oh, God, you limp. Just barely, Gus.
Lee needs a doctor right away.
Okay, come on.
Americana, io voglio essere tutta americana. Caro,
Hello, my darling.
come vai?
Fine. Come sit down.
How does it go with the fishing?
Fine for the fish. I haven't had a nibble.
Well, since I'm on the side of the fishes, that's good. If you want a nibble, how about some lunch?
That's bite, my love, not nibble.
Vicky, we just got a letter from Barbara. Would you like me to read it to you?
Sure, go ahead.
Dear Carlota, Athens is gradually recovering from the effects of Hurricane Ella. It's a terrible, slow process, of course, and I doubt very much if things will ever be quite the same. Sporca miseria. Gus is now head of the recently combined City and County Public Works Department and has never been happier in his life.
How's Mrs. Garber?
Let's see, still in the hospital, but recovering nicely. But listen to this. Barbara also says that Commissioner Denver and his wife have been indicted by a grand jury
You're not addicted.
of 6 counts of bribery and payoff.
Well, never mind about all that. Get to the important part. For example, how's Lee?
He's in the hospital, doing as well as can be expected.
It means he's fading fast. Too bad. A man to remember.
Sam is also a man to remember.
Well, where does that fit?
Presently nowhere. But I got the feeling that someday we'll all fit very prettily together.
I always did like your images, madam.
Oh, George Bridge, I love you.
It's all gone. It seems so solid, so permanent.
Yeah, I know. I guess that's why it was so hard to convince him. Just got to see something like that in order to believe it, I guess.
Well, you did your best.
Yeah. But in the end, it didn't make any difference, did it?
At least some of them got out.
Yeah. But I can't help thinking about the ones that didn't.
That dog will never learn.
Well, I guess some things never do change. Well, have you and Lee decided where you're going to live?
No, not yet. We've narrowed it down to 2 or 3 places, but we won't make the final decision until Lee gets out of the hospital.
Well, wherever it is, I hope it's a long way away from any hurricanes.
Oh, believe me, it will be. Of course, all the caution in the world can't prevent either one of us from slipping in the shower and breaking our bloody necks.
Yeah, that's true. Someday soon you might need a friend. Guess always knows where to get a hold of me.
NBN hopes you enjoyed the mini-series Condominium. Tomorrow night we bring you live the Australian Women's Weekly Fashion Awards. The glamour and excitement of a truly glittering event as the latest creations of the top fashion designers are brought to your screen. The Australian Women's Weekly Fashion Awards live on NBN tomorrow night at 8:30.